The Pittsburgh Steelers have tweaked their offense over the weeks, and in the last 2 weeks, it sure seems like they have found their identity. Dubbed the Jumbo Package, the Steelers have run 32 total plays out of the package and run it more than anyone else in the NFL, with over 11% of their plays coming in that package. Offensive coordinator Arthur Smith has utilized tight Darnell Washington and backup offensive lineman Spencer Anderson as a supersized version of a 6 offensive line package, with Washington essentially being a 7th player to come into that unit. Freiermuth facilitates unique summer collaboration with Rodgers. In an unexpected turn of events this summer, Pittsburgh Steelers tight end Pat Freiermuth played a pivotal role in facilitating a special training session alongside NFL superstar Aaron Rodgers. This collaboration not only brought together 2 talented athletes, but also highlighted Freiermuth's initiative and leadership. Summer workouts in California. Freiermuth organized a series of secret workouts in California, inviting Rodgers to join him. The sessions were not just about honing skills. They were a chance for Freiermuth to learn from one of the league's most experienced quarterbacks. This unique opportunity allowed the young tight end to gain invaluable insights into the intricacies of the game. The decision to hold these workouts in California was strategic. It provided a neutral setting where both players could focus on their craft away from the pressures of their respective teams. The laid-back atmosphere of the West Coast likely contributed to a more relaxed environment, fostering creativity and collaboration. A testament to leadership. Freiermuth's initiative demonstrates his commitment to growth, both personally and for the Steelers. By proactively reaching out to a player of Rodgers' caliber, he not only enhanced his own skills, but also set an example for his teammates. This kind of leadership can resonate throughout a locker room, inspiring others to take similar steps toward improvement. While the NFL offseason often sees players training in isolation or with their own teams, Freiermuth's approach stands out. It signals a willingness to step outside conventional boundaries and seek out mentorship from established stars. This kind of drive is essential for success in a competitive league. Looking ahead, as the Steelers prepare for the upcoming season, Freiermuth's dedication during the summer workouts may pay dividends on the field. The skills and knowledge he gained from working with Rodgers could translate into improved performance during games. In a league that thrives on collaboration and mentorship, Freiermuth's summer initiative could inspire a new trend among players seeking to elevate their game through unique training opportunities. The Steelers and their fans will undoubtedly be eager to see how this experience influences Freiermuth's performance as the season unfolds. Bengals' Trey Hendrickson faces uphill battle for Steelers showdown. The Cincinnati Bengals are gearing up to host the Pittsburgh Steelers at Paycor Stadium this Thursday night, marking the kickoff of Week 7 in the NFL season. As both teams prepare for this critical divisional clash, injury concerns loom large, particularly regarding Bengals' standout pass rusher, Trey Hendrickson. Injury status raises doubts. Hendrickson's status for the game remains uncertain as he has been officially labeled as questionable. However, insiders suggest that he is viewed as a long shot to take the field. NFL insider Ian Rappaport provided an update on Hendrickson's condition during his appearance on Good Morning Football, delivering news that may not be reassuring for Bengals supporters. Hendrickson, is officially questionable with a hip injury. He was ruled out of the game with a back injury, now questionable with a hip injury, Rappaport explained. My understanding is that despite the fact that he is really pushing to play, he is considered a bit of a long shot. Impact on the Bengals' defense. Hendrickson's potential absence would be a significant blow to the Bengals' defensive lineup. As a key figure in their pass rush, losing him could shift the dynamics of the game in favor of the Steelers. The Bengals will also be closely monitoring the health of other players, including tight end Mike Gesicki and wide receiver Calvin Austin, as they prepare for this pivotal matchup. With the stakes high and both teams vying for supremacy in the AFC North, the injury report will be a focal point leading up to kickoff. As the Bengals hope for a last-minute recovery from Hendrickson, fans will be holding their breath in anticipation. Bengals make bold and active call before a crucial matchup with Steelers. The Cincinnati Bengals are gearing up for a critical Thursday night football clash against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but not without some surprising roster decisions. As the Bengals hit the field with a 2-4 record, the stakes couldn't be higher. After suffering through a 4-game losing streak, The team is under immense pressure to turn their season around. Stunning inactive decision. In a move that has left fans and analysts alike scratching their heads, the Bengals announced a surprising inactive player for the game. As the team looks to reclaim their momentum, this decision raises questions about their strategy and roster management. With the Bengals in dire need of a win, the implications of this choice could reverberate throughout the rest of the season. Fans will be watching closely to see how this decision impacts the team's performance against their longtime rivals, the Steelers. Looking ahead, as kickoff approaches, all eyes will be on Cincinnati. The Bengals are not just playing for a win, they're fighting to reestablish their identity in a season that has not gone as planned. The outcome of this game could serve as a pivotal moment, setting the tone for the remainder of the campaign. With both teams eager to leave their mark, the anticipation builds for what promises to be an electrifying showdown under the lights. The Pittsburgh Steelers have had one clear focus ahead of the upcoming 2025 NFL trade deadline. After starting off the season with a 4-1 record, the Steelers appear to be a legitimate contender in the AFC. However, in order to cement their status as a contender, the team could look to continue being aggressive ahead of the deadline. Looking at the current state of the roster, there are not many major weaknesses. Adding a wide receiver behind DK Metcalf is likely the most pressing need for Pittsburgh. The front office will have a few different options to choose between if it decides to try and swing a deal. A few of the options that have been brought up include Romeo Doubs, Chris Olave, and Rashid Shaheed. Now, another potential target has been suggested for the Steelers. Garrett Podale of CBS Sports has named Baltimore Ravens wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins as a player Pittsburgh should pursue. Making a trade within the AFC North division would not be easy, but Hopkins would make an awful lot of sense as a number 2 wideout behind Metcalf. The acquisition cost for Hopkins shouldn't be high given his age, and the Ravens won't need his services much longer with one of football's worst defenses, making it nearly impossible for whoever lines up at quarterback for them to win games, Podale wrote. It seems like a win-win deal for two bitter AFC North rivals, with the Ravens even getting a single pick back for a 33-year-old receiver on a 1-year deal. So far this season with the 1-5 Ravens, Hopkins has played in 6 games. He has racked up 9 receptions for 178 yards and 2 touchdowns. Due to the injury that has kept Lamar Jackson out for a prolonged period of time, the Baltimore passing game hasn't been nearly what it was expected to be. Hopkins has been unable to produce at the level that many expected. Making the move to the Steelers and playing alongside Aaron Rodgers and Metcalf would give Hopkins a great opportunity to pick up his level of his production. He would also be able to help take some pressure off of Metcalf. Of course, this is just an idea. Pittsburgh and the Ravens coming together on an impactful trade might not happen. But if Baltimore is open to the idea, the Steelers would be a perfect landing spot for Hopkins.